having a little section of protest songs on every program that we do. And this one is very near and dear, close to my heart. I pick it twice a week at Sierra Vista Hospital. And I'm hoping that this will inspire you, these songs will inspire you to come and join us in some way or another. Sierra Vista Hospital, if you're not aware, has about a year ago now entered into a partnership soon to become a merger with Carondelet Catholic Healthcare Services out of Tucson. They did this very in secrecy. There was no public notice about it. Still, the terms of the agreement have not been released. It is suspected that it has a lot to do with money. We do know that the CEO at her last reported income was $988,000, 2 to 3 times the amount of a typical hospital that size. The issues are these. It's not that it's a Catholic institution. The issues have to do with two big areas. One has to do with women's health issues. They are required to follow the ethical and religious directives that are developed by the Catholic bishops. These include absolutely no sterilization of any kind, no tubal ligations, no IUDs. They can't promote birth control in any way at their satellite clinics or in the hospital, can't write prescriptions for birth control medications. This especially impacts two classes of women. One is women who are having cesareans. Sierra Vista Hospital is the only hospital in the entire county that does birthing. And so if you have a cesarean and you want to have a tubal ligation, you have to have a second operation, which you may not be able to get to in time, or you may not be able to afford it. And it's a hardship on your health as well, because it's an additional anesthesia and risk to you. It especially all impacts poor women because they may not have the transportation to get to another city to have a tubal ligation. They may not have the gas for the car. They may not have the child care, the support system that many of them would need in order to travel to another city. It also impacts a second class of people because the ethical and religious directives say that they will honor your living will as long as it does not contradict Catholic healthcare policy. Well, right now they say that things are they're not going to bother with your living wills. But bishops change, and so do policies. But they will not even now remove any kind of feeding tube. So if you happen to be in the hospital with a feeding tube, and your choice is to have that feeding tube removed, you have to go to another community to have that done. They will not do it at the hospital. So those are some of the issues. There have been some horrible cases that have ensued already as a result of this. A similar situation in Phoenix created something was in the New York Times and all over about a woman who had presented at the hospital with a medical condition which made it impossible for her to save the fetus and her life. And the nurses at the hospital chose to save her life, and the bishop condemned her and excommunicated the nun who was the administrator who made that decision. And the hospital eventually, because they refused to bow down to the bishop's authority, is now supposedly no longer can consider themselves a Catholic hospital. Our local case had to do with a woman who presented at the hospital. She had aborted one of twins. She had to have the other one aborted, and they fearful of the outcome. They told her they could not do that, and she had to go to 90 miles away to have that performed. It, according to her doctor, it put her at some risk for infection. So, what can you do if you feel like I do? We have a number of things that we do. There's a Cochise Citizens for Patients' Rights organization. They meet the second Saturday of every month at the county building at Foothills and 92 in Sierra Vista. You can attend the meetings and get involved. You can join us on the picket line. We're there Mondays through Fridays from about 8 to 10. And I drive over twice a week, so you can get in touch with me. I'm in the phone book. P-A-R-K is the last name. Carol is the first. One of the most important, two things you can do. One, there's a rally on April the 9th, 10 o'clock at Veterans Park in Sierra Vista. We're trying to get at least 500 people at that rally. There's some flyers in the back of the room. Pick some up. If you can come to that rally, we really need you there. And the other thing you can do is boycott that hospital. if you're in a car wreck and you're right next door to the hospital, by all means, go to the hospital. But if you need a mammogram, or if you need some lab work done, or if you need a knee replacement and you are fortunate to be able to have the transportation to go to Tucson, or whatever you need to have done, if you can do what you can to boycott the hospital and let them know, call them up and say, no, this is not okay. We cannot support you. The merger isn't due to become final for another year. So we have a year to try to get them to change their mind. If you know anybody on their board of directors, by all means contact them. Contact everybody you can think of. Tell them what you think. Okay. Oh, let me introduce this first song. The words were composed by one of the women who is in our, Teresa Erickson, who's in our picketing group and in the organization. And we actually sang this at the July 4th parade that we did here in Bisbee.
With all the work that vote, guess what the doctors do? They'll ask the public for support, and that's why they need you.
We ask that women have their rights and that you treat them fair. Now these are the families that truly need your care.
But when it comes to dying here, will dignity survive? Hold me for a day or two at least, then let me die.
All right.
I've been walking on the big line all the live long day. I've been walking on the big line just to make this merger go away. Can't you see the pickets come?
Okay.